Hey guys, it is Kevin here in Japan, and I realize that a lot of you really enjoy abandoned videos, so the videos of abandoned things in Japan. It's a huge problem in Japan. I read an article last year in CBC News that there are more than 1 million abandoned houses in Japan. There's a population crisis and whatnot. So I came across this last night near where I'm staying. So we got this big building here, which once housed a kiseten, a Japanese coffee shop. Now there is an advertisement for a kickboxing school that is new. This sign is lit up at night. But what I noticed last night when I came out here is that there's no lights in this building, and that got me thinking. So I'm gonna start over here. I realized that this is an abandoned building. So once business, coffee shop, maybe another type of business, plus a house attached to it. This one right here is attached to it. So inside, there are some things. That looks like a ship's anchor, actually. I want to clean up. It's weird. But all the windows are boarded up, or most of them are boarded up. You can see here, boarded up. Boarded up. I came around here and I looked last night. There's a modern building right here. This is like a corrugated seal over plaster. Yeah, so this is obviously looked like some kind of dwelling. This looked like the business, with probably a dwelling above it as well. Here's where it gets interesting. So you get the shutters, things are shuttered. So this would have been the entrance, I assume, to the coffee shop, which was called, the name is over here, Coffee and Snack Port. Coffee and Snack Port. I'll give you a little bit of a wider view here. So there were the windows to the shop, and the vegetation has obviously really grown over. You can't really see in there. I'm gonna move it out of the way. We've got a car coming. This awning is all coming apart. There, it's gone. But I'm assuming this would have been probably the front door. Now look at this. So there's a front door, and you couldn't get in that door because of the tree here has grown over it. And I'm going to assume for a tree to grow over it like that would probably take a few years. Absolutely a few years for a tree to grow to that, 2-3 years more. So, yeah. The tree's going over there. So, this, once upon a time coffee shop, obviously this building has not been inhabited for some time. This door kind of looks newish, but again, last night when I was here walking around, I noticed that there were no lights on. Now here it definitely looks uninhabited. Now, the back of the building looks like it's been kind of refurbished, but I'm going to assume that's because this is part of a parking lot. So this part looks like it's relatively new, the corrugated tin cover. But let's go over here and check this out. So the back end of the housing unit. Got some potted plants up there, some trees that are growing. Looks like a maple tree. Look at that. So this is quite a large building. Look at this. I think if you look at this kind of foundation, this wall, that looks like it's quite old. Been here for some time. More modern cinder block, the corrugated tin in the back, just like eaves trough. There's some outtake vents here that look kind of newish. But again, everything's boarded up. It's clear that no one lives in here right now. No one's lived in here in some time, but fascinating, huh, guys? I find finds like this very interesting. No doubt about that. All the laundry racks up there. That would have been a nice little area to hang out on at one point. But yeah, so I wanted to show you this abandoned building in the middle of the city in Kobe, Japan. 'Cause I find things like this utterly fascinating. You kind of wonder what's the story behind it. What happened? What happened to the people that own this? Did they pass on and they just had no one to give it to? You know, was there some kind of family dispute that hasn't been sold yet? People, family members fighting over the property? Is there like, yeah, what happened? What's the story behind this place? How long was it here? Was it a couple that ran it? Was it a family that ran it for years and had other generations of their family, their children living over here with their family, and another like them living up here? Like what's the deal? I wonder these things. I think about these things. All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed this little abandoned video. Thanks for watching, guys. Always appreciate it. Check the links below and all that stuff. Give us some love. And I'll be talking to you guys later. Kevin here in Japan. Soon to be in Canada.